After exiting Rwanda, we entered Tanzania again, overnighting at a classic African chic establishment sporting some fascinating electrical installations. Along Lake Victoria's shoreline, we stopped by the beautiful campsite of Rocky Bay Lodge, where we were warmly welcomed by its South African expat owners. We loaded Baloo on the Mwanza Bay ferry with local commuters and headed further north, navigating some interesting traffic. We were now on our way to a true bucket list destination, the famous Serengeti National Park.
We camped just outside the park, where we sampled our first aptly named Serengeti beers and had some afternoon visitors as there are no fences around. Visiting in August meant that the bulk of the famous blue wildebeest herds were concentrated in the north of the park, which is where we entered. Shortly after entering, we were awed by the sheer number of animals. Thousands upon thousands of wildebeest staged in herds of various sizes, some milling anxiously while contemplating the dreaded Mara River crossings on their eternal clockwise trip toward greener pastures. As light started to fade, the carnivores for which the park is famous started coming out to play. We headed to one of the public campsites, which in peak season more closely resemble a music festival.
After an early start the next morning, we witnessed a spectacular sunrise over the plains. Shortly thereafter, we were treated to a majestic Mufasa, also enjoying the early morning sun. Classic images abound, with signature flat-topped acacias dominating the open grasslands. Although lions are seen frequently, leopards are shy as usual in any park, so great was our surprise to find one on patrol.
We took a lunch break at a picnic spot with many hippos around, and even more tourists. Baloo felt right at home, blending in well with all the safari cruises. We were treated to a vast array of East African species new to us, such as the Kirk's dik-dik with its peculiar nasal whistle. The incredibly high density of herbivores in the Serengeti means that the number of carnivores follows suit, and lions really seem to be a beautifully recurring theme here. Further south in the park, the plains stretch as far as the eye can see. These are peppered with the isolated whole koppies around which we saw many lion tracks and even found Pride Rock. On the plains we also saw herds of Grant's gazelle with their impressive horns. Great was our excitement when we also came across a lone African golden wolf, a real treat indeed. We tackled the infamously corrugated exit road with its crazy safari drivers and found some more lions before saying goodbye to the Serengeti.
There are few places left in Africa, indeed in the world, where animals still thrive, migrating along ancient paths as they have done for millennia. These are places where, at least for a moment or two in time, animals can heed Timon and Pumbaa's advice and have no worries.
Here are some trip tips for a DIY trip to the Serengeti. For more info, click on the blog link in the description below. Join us in our next episode as we head to the beautiful Serengeti National Park.